Hi, I'm Tom Clark, and you're listening to Verse by Verse. With every passing day, it seems the world slides deeper into the darkness of injustice, violence, immorality, war, and hatred. Social rifts are deepening, suffering abounds. Poverty is simply the standard of existence for a lot of people, and it's hard to swallow. So what can we as Christians do? We know the only lasting and meaningful change will happen when Jesus takes rulership over the earth, but until then, what's our job? What should we do? What does God expect us to do? The answer is in Matthew 5, verses 14 through 16, our verses for today. Jesus told his disciples, "You are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hidden. Nor do they light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a lampstand, and it gives light to all who are in the house. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven." Simply put, we're supposed to become lights to a darkening world. William Barclay's commentary points out that the houses of Judea at that time were typically rather dark inside. Probably for security reasons, but also ease of construction, most of them had only one small window, so an oil lamp on a lampstand was pretty important all the time. Jesus used an ordinary part of daily life to teach some powerful lessons. Let's take a look at just 3 of them. Number 1, light is meant to be seen. Since the interior of the house was dim even during the day, a family needed a light to function. In a world that's getting darker every day, Christians are called to be lights. Our morals, demeanor, the way we live should shine brightly without us ever saying a word. 2, light can guide. Day or night, a Judean family could walk and work around the house safely if there was light. I mean, think how difficult it can be to drive on a dark and a rainy night when there are no streetlights. The light provides guidance. And so the light of a Christian example should also serve as a visible guide to all who would look. The light doesn't force anyone to change. It only shows them the way to do so if they desire. And number 3, light can serve as a warning. Think about flashing lights on a construction barrier or a bridge-out sign, even a light at the top of a staircase. It draws attention to potential danger and allows us to respond appropriately. Light is silent, but even the smallest light is noticeable in a very dark room. Since you and I are called to be lights, think about this. If you were not able to speak at all, what light would your life show? What if you weren't able to tell anybody about your faith, the hope you live for? Would they still be able to see it by how you live? What if you couldn't express your thoughts on any of the moral, the ethical, the social dilemmas swirling around us? Would the fruit of your life still reveal what you believe? There are a lot of people we interact with who seldom, if ever, hear us. They only know what they see. So what do they see? Do they see us dressing or acting in a sexual or provocative manner? Sure, maybe it's stylish, but what does it say about our character? Do they see us looking angry when we talk to our mates or children or parents? Do they see us driving in a discourteous manner? That last one is something I need to think about because of a recent experience. I was driving on a 2-lane highway behind some fellow in a small pickup. The road was empty, it was 55 miles an hour, but he was apparently in no hurry, driving between 25 and 35 miles an hour. Because of the hills and the curves, it wasn't legal for me to pass, so I just had to sit there until I finally got to a passing zone. When I did, I punched the gas, shot around him, and went on my way. I didn't do anything illegal. There was nothing wrong with passing him, but I punched it a lot harder than I needed to, probably just to show I was upset with him. I didn't speak to him. I didn't gesture to him. His only knowledge of me came from what he saw. I'll probably never know who he was, and vice versa. But I'll always wonder, what did my light look like right then? What did he think of me? You see, that's one of the challenges that comes with being a light. always being conscious about the example we're setting in front of others. I've learned that the most important thing each of us can do in our increasingly dark world is make sure our individual light is bright and clear. And again, if we were unable to speak, the only thing others would know about us is what they saw. What would they see? Jesus Christ is coming to fix the darkness in an increasingly dark world. Light is never needed more than when it's darkest.
Verse by Verse is a Life, Hope, and Truth podcast. Check out the show notes to find more free content, like videos, articles, and booklets in our Learning Center.